Hey there, Bassel. Let's take a look at this essay you've written for us, okay? It's international marketing. Let's see what you said. There was considerable debate about the usefulness of studying international marketing. While some of the opinion that it is considered as interference into other countries' privacy, I believe international marketing is a must for an efficient education, as well as a very useful tool for cultural knowledge and cultural knowledge exchange. Okay, I think from what I'm reading so far, it looks like you've misunderstood the topic. First of all, you say here, studying international marketing. No one is discussing actually studying international marketing. Instead, what we're talking about here is international marketing as a concept, as a practice, and not necessarily its study. And then, like I said, I think there's some misinterpretation. But also, let's fix some of the grammar. So, if I were to change the whole paragraph, let's see what I would do. There is, get rid of A, there is considerable debate about the usefulness of international marketing. While some are of the opinion that it is an interference into other countries' privacy, I believe international marketing is a must for efficient education, as well as a very useful tool for cultural knowledge exchange. Full stop here. Okay, let's keep going. It is claimed that international marketing is an invasion into other countries. A big part of marketing study is to learn about consumer behavior, which requires deep learning about specific traits of other nations that could result in categorizing the culture of a certain group of people from other countries. For instance, China teaches its students about bad behavior of other nations, like overspending on goods and consumers, and consumerism, and not having the culture of wise investment. Here you need a semicolon. They do such studies to promote their oversupply goods into other markets abroad. Okay, I'm a little confused. Basically, I don't understand what oversupply goods means. I think you mean something else, but I've read it now like 5-6 times, and I'm not really sure what you're trying to say. Okay, now the other thing is some of the language here is a little basic. So there are certain words that in an IELTS essay, because it is an academic essay, there are certain words I don't want to see. So I don't want to see big, and I don't want to see bad. Where was the bad? Oh, here we go. Bad. I don't want to see big, small, good, bad, nice. I mean, these are words that really have no place in an IELTS essay because there's so many other descriptive words you could use to describe things, okay? All right, let's move on, though. Furthermore, now, I don't know why you hit enter here. This should have just been attached to this. Okay, it almost looks like you're trying to make a new paragraph, but you're not, so avoid that. Okay. Furthermore, the knowledge that has been applied for international marketing is based upon statistical data and the subjective view that cannot be reliable based to judge other nations' traditions, and in most cases it creates misperception and wrong ideas, causing tense and conflicts between countries. Okay, there are a lot, again, of just language errors here that make this really difficult to. So now, for example, I don't know what bade is supposed to mean here. I mean, it is a word, but I don't think it fits here, so I don't know what you're trying to say. We don't use contractions ever in IELTS, so it should just be the word cannot, okay? So in writing task 2, whether it's general or academic, you don't use contractions, okay? In task 1, if you're writing a general letter, an informal letter for general IELTS, and it's okay, but other than that, no. In your writing, I don't want to see contractions, okay? And then there's just a lot of mistakes. Let me try it one more time. Furthermore, the knowledge that has been applied for international marketing is based upon statistical data and subjective views, which cannot be a reliable base to judge other nations' apostrophe traditions. And in most cases, it creates misperceptions and wrong ideas, causing tension and conflicts between countries. Okay, I think that's what you were trying to say. Still, it is a really heavy statement, and you have not backed it up with any sort of support, any sort of information. So it's just something that is thrown out there, and you haven't supported it with anything. So, on the other hand, I would argue that international marketing is mandatory for an economical education. The rapid advancement in technology and the various cost-efficient logistic methods have made the world a small place. Full stop. Thus, international trading has become of highest importance, which requires comprehensive learning about international marketing. For example, the leap that happened in the countries with a fast-growing economy have all materialized due to the deep understanding of how to market their product globally. Additionally, the word suffer scarce of resources, I have no idea what that means, as they distributed randomly. That sentence was not clear. Capital I. In other words, countries which are rich in oil are undersupplied, IED, in many other essential goods and services, and the talent of people varies, IES, tremendously due to the different education system in each country. As a result, international marketing is considered as the most economical study that allows use the world resources sufficiently. Okay, grammar, lack of coherence, and I can't really say that I could follow your train of thought. Now, it's possibly because of the language errors that made it really difficult, but I also think that you've got a lot of different ideas and they're not kind of pulled together. You haven't really created any cohesion in these ideas. You've got ideas kind of being thrown out that are not supported. So, all four of the criteria here for the IELTS essay need to be worked on. So you really need to work on task achievement, coherence and cohesion, grammatical range and accuracy, and of course lexical resource. So there's problems that are holding you back in all four of these areas, okay? So in brief, although promoting international marketing might need cross-cultural exchange and studies about different traditions and cultures of other places, no, you can't have although and but, so let's get rid of but. This will turn out with lots of usefulness and is a must for the best use of our resources. Okay, that also doesn't make sense. So, Bassel, what I really want you to do is, first of all, kind of work on some of these grammatical issues, and let's work together with you and see if we can improve some of these other areas as well, the ones that I already mentioned that are part of the grading criteria. Okay, do sign up to the course. I think it'll give you lots of really, really important lessons to help you continue and improve for IELTS. At the same time, I want you to work on some of your grammar and some of your vocabulary. Hopefully we can work together and help you get the score you're looking for. So keep in touch. Let's see if you can sign up to the course, and I want to wish you lots of good luck.